Nothing's over while I'm breathing.
I kinda hoped you'd say that.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the most thrilling and intense clashes between humans and aliens. Since plot details will be dissected, take this as your spoiler alert.
Come on. Do it! Do it!
Number 20, Hess family versus alien invader. Signs. In M. Night Shyamalan's invasion thriller, the world is gripped by panic as reports of alien sightings grow. While we don't see much of them, one eventually breaks into the Hess family's home near the film's end, leading to a tense standoff. Initially confused as this ugly-looking humanoid holds his asthmatic son hostage, Graham is inspired to act by his wife's last words.
Swing away, Meryl. Meryl. Swing away.
On his command, failed baseball player Merrill swings at the alien, knocking it down. He then smashes glasses of water left by Graham's daughter, Bo, which burns the water-allergic intruder, ultimately killing it. Though the alien proves less formidable and the fight itself underwhelming, the scene's far more powerful when you understand its symbolic meaning. Number 19, Zeke versus Mr. Furlong, the faculty.
Well, it's like this, Mr. Furlong. Casey here, he thinks you're an alien.
Really?
This sci-fi horror takes the teen body snatcher concept and runs with it. In it, a small town has been invaded by aliens, turning the townspeople, including high school teachers, into puppets. A small group of students uncover this terrifying truth, with Casey convincing others that their science teacher, Mr. Furlong, is now one of them. When confronted about this, Furlong turns sinister, brutally attacking his students. Together, the group struggles to overpower their alien teacher, but he's unstoppable, lunging at them and flinging aside anyone who comes at him. Everything changes when Zeke snaps into hero mode, using his homemade drug to defeat Mr. Furlong. It's terrifying to even imagine what might have happened if Zeke hadn't been in the picture. Number 18, John Murdoch versus Mr. Book, Dark City.
The time for study is over. It is time to be one with John Murdoch.
This mind-bending flick takes place in a city where aliens known as the Strangers reside in dead human bodies and mess with people's memories at will. The protagonist, Murdoch, is their biggest threat and primary target. When he's finally captured, their actions inadvertently push him to his maximum potential. He becomes so powerful that he can wipe out multiple aliens just by tuning into his mind. But the real showdown happens when he faces off against their leader, Mr. Book. The psychokinetic battle between these two powerful beings is so intense it nearly tears the city apart. And all they had to do was stare menacingly at each other while screaming. In the end, Murdoch emerges victorious, proving he's the stronger force. Number 17, Major William Cage versus Alpha, Edge of Tomorrow.
Oi, mate! I think there's something wrong with your suit. Yeah, there's a dead guy in it.
Set in a futuristic Europe overrun by aliens, this action-packed film stars Tom Cruise as William Cage, a PR officer with zero combat experience. Thrust into battle, Cage quickly learns how lethal their enemies are. With knowledge of their enemy's strategy and ability to reset time, these aliens known as mimics are always one step ahead. Even with their advanced weapons and high-tech suits, Cage's team is utterly outmatched. He witnesses others die and soon comes face to face with the formidable Alpha. At first, it seems like it's over for him, until he surprises himself by grabbing a claymore and obliterating this creature. Victory, right? Not so fast. It turns out this just begins a time loop where he relives this war over and over. Number 16, James T. Kirk versus Commander Kruge, Star Trek III: Search for Spock.
If we don't help each other, we'll die here.
Perfect. then that's the way it shall be.
Longtime Star Trek fans know exactly which fight this is. For those who are not huge fans, this is the one where the villainous alien Commander Kruge attacks James Kirk's spaceship and forces it to crash on a distant planet where Kruge is waiting. After witnessing his son David's death, Kirk engages in a fistfight with the Klingon villain while the planet is being destroyed right beneath their feet. Fighting to save your own life is courageous enough, but it's the fact that Kirk is fighting to avenge a loved one's death that makes this one glorifying. The choreography of the fight is not so fascinating, but the meaning behind it lands it here.
I have had enough of you!
Number 15, US military versus Clover, Cloverfield.
Man, what is going on? Maybe you should have left town a little bit earlier, right?
Fighting a skyscraper-sized monster feels like something straight from a nightmare. Cloverfield brings this terrifying scenario to life in a chaotic clash between the US military and a colossal creature hell-bent on destruction. Despite its size, the military doesn't back down, throwing everything they've got at it, which only enrages it further. The irony of it all is their weapons have absolutely no effect on this monster, which according to the film lore is just an infant. An infant? We can't even begin to imagine the havoc an adult could unleash. Well, this one brings utter chaos, and the found footage style effectively pulls viewers right into this raw and exhilarating battle. Honestly, we don't blame those who were treated.
What the hell was that?
Number 14, Nada versus Ghouls. They live.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
In John Carpenter's underrated Gem, these aliens hide in plain sight wearing human skins and holding positions of power. It takes a pair of sunglasses for our protagonist Nada to see these ghoulish creatures' true nature and their evil propaganda. Once they realize he can see them, they send their nasty-looking officers to arrest him. But Nada refuses to back down. In true badass fashion, he dismantles them easily and takes their weapons before shooting down some more ghouls. Though the aliens seem surprisingly easy to kill, their nature aligns with the film's message. They control humans not with brute force, but through propaganda, a chilling reflection of the real world.
Come to show them where I am. Not nice.
Number 13, Battle in District 9. District 9.
Hey, come on, get up, I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna get you to the dropship.
Using cool weapons, awesome mech suits, and frantic battles, Neil Blomkamp's District 9 delivers a sci-fi showdown like no other. Ditching the usual Hollywood settings, it unfolds in the slums of South Africa, where insect-like aliens live. After a government agent becomes exposed to their biotech, he joins their fight against humans, which culminates in a powerful human-alien battle unlike any we've seen before. We're talking advanced exosuits and sophisticated weapons that take out opponents in one shot. Even with an inexperienced pilot, the suit's capabilities are simply mind-blowing, and the movie's mockumentary style and CGI effects make it all feel disturbingly real. If you've ever wondered what a real-life human-alien battle might look like, this seems like the closest answer. Number 12, Losers Club versus Pennywise. It.
Kill him now! Kill him! Shit.
The terrifying clown in this supernatural horror isn't just a child's worst nightmare. It's far worse. An ancient alien who probably landed on Earth billions of years ago, Pennywise preys on children every 27 years to survive. What finally ends its reign of terror is the courage and unbreakable bond of the Losers Club. Sure, they would seem to be no match for an alien, but their gripping battle with Pennywise proves otherwise. Initially paralyzed by fear, these kids eventually unleash their inner strength after Pennywise captures one of them and makes a twisted bargain to spare the rest. Refusing to give in, they each take a swing at Pennywise, beating him so brutally that he retreats back into slumber. That's the power of friendship.
That's why you didn't kill Beverly. Because she wasn't afraid. And we aren't either. Not anymore. Now you're the one who's afraid.
Number 11, Luke Skywalker versus the Rancor. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
The Rancor!
Similar to our Star Trek entry, big fans of Star Wars should recognize this fight. Alongside Princess Leia, Chewbacca, and others, Luke Skywalker attempts to save Han Solo from the evil clutches of Jabba the Hutt. The rescue does not go so smoothly as Luke finds himself face to face with a slimy alien behemoth known as the Rancor. Luke shows absolutely no signs of fear and is as brave as a Jedi walking into a no Jedis allowed party though. He also finds a way out of the Rancor's clutches and smashes the beast to its defeat. Hey Luke, thanks for teaching us to never back down from a giant. Number 10, Avengers and Guardians vs. Thanos, Avengers Infinity War.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
I think you'll find our will equal to yours.
Joe and Anthony Russo brought over 25 heroes in a groundbreaking narrative, delivering an epic story with battles of unprecedented scale. Taking center stage is Thanos, the unstoppable alien warlord on a mission to reshape existence. On Titan, the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy unite in a desperate attempt to stop him, yet even their combined strength struggles against his might. Meanwhile, Wakanda becomes a battlefield of epic proportions where Earth's greatest heroes face a relentless alien army. These legendary battles still stand as some of the biggest clashes between villains and heroes, where every blast, every punch, and every sacrifice matters. With breathtaking visuals, heart-wrenching losses, and an unstoppable villain, this battle truly redefined what it means to fight for the universe.
You should have gone for the head.
Number 9, Richard B. Riddick vs. Bioraptor, Pitch Black.
Only see one way. That way. It's the only way off this rock.
Vin Diesel, being the kind of action hero that he is, does a marvelous job as Richard B. Riddick, a criminal who crashes on a desert planet with a group of other survivors. The action horror setting sees said survivors being hassled by hundreds of light-sensitive creatures after they land. Initially wanting to abandon the entire crew, Riddick sees one of the younger members getting attacked by a bioraptor, and decides to put his pride to the side and save Jack. He even slices the beast so hard that its intestines fall out. Yikes. Even if you prefer to be on your own, there should be exceptions where you help those in need if you can.
Never had a doubt.
Number 8, Humans vs. Kaijus, Pacific Rim. Next on our list is not one, not two, not three, but an entire movie's worth of equally amazing fights between humans and aliens. In this sci-fi action flick, enormous monsters known as kaijus emerge from a portal in the Pacific Ocean to wreak havoc on Earth's inhabitants. The humans, in their enormous mech suits known as Jaegers, must fight in many an intense battle. You'll see fistfights in the ocean, city destruction scenes like out of a superhero movie, scuffles that take place in the air, and so much more awesomeness. Special effects have never looked this amazing.
In all of my years fighting, I've never seen anything like that.
Number 7, the Outpost Battle, Starship Troopers.
They're just like us. They want to know what makes us tick. They want to know us so they can kill us.
Over 2 decades after its release, Paul Verhoeven's dystopian saga still packs a punch. Set in a future where humanity is threatened by an alien race of giant bugs, it follows humanity's efforts to defeat them. Stationed at a remote outpost, Johnny Rico and his team face this swarm of giant bugs who are fearsome, repulsive, and relentless in their attack. It's a brutal conflict amplified by the film's chaotic and thrilling cinematography. Anyone who knows Verhoeven pretty much knows this is what to expect. Lots of gore, body counts, and unending gunfire. It's a shoot 'em up through and through. Number 6, Agent J vs. Edgar Bug, Men in Black.
I'm sorry, was that your auntie?
Okay, so first of all, an alien finds itself on Earth. You should know that by now. But this particular cockroach-looking alien has the ability to use a human skin as a disguise. It uses the body of a farmer named Edgar to search for an energy source known as the Galaxy. In their confrontation, the suave and funny man Agent J charms audiences with his silly antics and sleek ways of getting himself out of danger. Seeing that Edgar has a weakness, J uses it to his advantage and uses it well. With every step on a cockroach making the alien angrier and every insult making us laugh over and over, this fight earns its spot.
I need to ease up out my face for something bad happened to you. Too late.
Number 5, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn vs. Darth Maul, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Ah, here it is, the scene that made the dual-ended lightsaber look so badass. After fighting Darth Maul in an earlier battle, Qui-Gon gets a second attempt to defeat the alien apprentice. But now with Obi-Wan at his side, Darth shows that he will not back down and accepts the challenge without hesitation. The choreography here is phenomenal, with both parties showing off their dueling skills in style. The mega jumps from platform to platform, the laser hallways, and of course the lightsabers give this duel a 5-star appearance. Number 4, Jake Sully versus Colonel Miles Quaritch, Avatar.
You think you're one of them? Time to wake up.
2 of the characters in this James Cameron masterpiece include Colonel Quaritch and Jake Sully. Who's the alien, you ask? Neither of them is, until Jake decides to be a part of the Na'vi human hybrids known as the Avatars by replacing his brother in the program. Jake eventually becomes closer to the Na'vi, which infuriates the Colonel and causes him to try to take Jake out. But Jake proves to be a worthy adversary and goes toe-to-toe with the amp suit-wearing Quaritch. Even though he's not covered in armor like his opponent, Jake shows his warrior instincts through and through, and is able to handle his own in the battle. Number 3, Scientists versus The Thing. The Thing.
You see, when a man bleeds, it's just tissue. The blood from one of you things won't obey when it's attacked. It'll try and survive.
Okay, if you're eating something while watching this video, you might want to skip this entry, because this alien looks very disgusting. R.J. McCready and company discover a corpse outside of their camp, and as it turns out, this corpse is indeed the alien known as The Thing. Instead of screaming and hiding in the cabin, the scientists who've been sent to the Norwegian camp to find answers show that no creature can scare them out of their wits. You are truly witnessing grade A effects, at least for the time, when you see the beast transform, although it does look insanely revolting. But what's even better is watching these guys kill the Thing. Gunfire, a flamethrower, what more do you need? Burn, baby, burn. Number 2, Major Alan Dutch Schaefer versus Predator. Predator.
Bad idea.
Watching a fistfight wasn't this exciting before the release of Predator. Arnold Schwarzenegger's Alan Schaefer, better known as Dutch, duels with the alien beast himself to put an end to its human killing spree. Dutch actually has the upper hand in the beginning, disabling a couple of the Predator's weapon features. The creature notices Dutch's worthiness as an opponent and decides to fight hand-to-hand and man-to-man, or man-to-alien. Even more cool is that in some of the shots we can see the fight from the Predator's point of view. But what the Predator couldn't see through its infrared vision is that Dutch would come out on top. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Ellen Ripley versus Alien Queen, Aliens.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Ellen Ripley already had a run-in with aliens at the beginning of the movie. That encounter saw her entire spaceship destroyed, and she ends up being the only survivor from her team. Fast forward toward the end when she encounters the dreaded Alien Queen, making her grand entrance in her exosuit cargo loader. Ripley goes face-to-face and blow for blow with the creature. It looks as though the Queen may take over the fight and be victorious, but with all the bravery and rage that Ripley shows in this scene, the Queen doesn't stand a chance. Hell, she probably could have won without the suit anyway. What is the most entertaining alien versus human fight you've ever seen? Let us know in the comments section.
It's your choice, but I warn you not to underestimate my power.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.